My name is Cecil, and I am not a teacher. I put this first and foremost because I do not want to find myself in a position of authority should enough people read or listen to this series I begin today. Rather, this series is, as Ismatu Gwendolyn called their own writings once, showing my work. I want to put my work, my process, my learning out there to be reviewed and collaborated with by peers. Oftentimes, I find myself and other, typically white, activists growing impatient with our peers who are new to their journey and new to the fight. We put on this show of perfection as though one day we woke up and were simply enlightened that it was easy and obvious. We make anyone who struggles or stumbles out to be inadequate, fake. It's discouraging, and our condescension hinders new people from joining the fight against supremacy culture. I come with two goals. One, to show the process, not just the results, so that people may feel less alone in the process of unlearning. And two, to remind us all that the process is ongoing. We must never believe that our work is done. In a world steeped with white supremacy, ableism, queerphobia, misogyny, and so on, we will all always have work left to do. More to learn, more to unlearn. This journey is lifelong. The longer I operate in leftist and revolutionary spaces, the more I begin to see the way many of us, myself included, have not finished. The culture of supremacy, insidious and woven so tightly into modern society, worms its way into movements. It hinders the fight for collective liberation, and oftentimes we are our own worst obstacle. Unlearning the culture of supremacy we were brought up in is a bit like doing the dishes. It can be disheartening to know that we will never be finished, that there's no point in time that the dishes are done, never to be done again. But we still know we must do the dishes every day, because if we let them pile up, there's potential for worse things to come forward. So too, we must wake up every day and continue to hold ourselves accountable for being anti-racist, being a revolutionary. If we stop doing the work, nasty things will begin to take hold. For the next few weeks, we will discuss the 15 characteristics of white supremacy culture, which you may or may not already be familiar with. We will cover what they are, what they mean, how they show up in ourselves, the current power structures in leftist organizing, and the antidotes, and how we might apply them to ourselves, current power structures, and leftist organizing. An important note: when I discuss the ways that supremacy culture works into leftist organizing, I will not use any specific and individual examples. There will be no calling out in, up, down, across, sideways, etc. of specific individuals that I do not know and am not talking directly to. I want to discuss patterns because, as I said, all of us, every single one of us, has work to do. Let the comments be collaborative to brainstorm not only how we see these things showing up, but also what we will do to work on the remedies. And then, this is the hard part, we have to actually go out there and do that work. If this is quote-unquote Unit 1 of peer-reviewed revolution, then let our quote-unquote syllabus be: Number 1, perfectionism, either-or thinking, and objectivity. Number 2, sense of urgency, quantity over quality, and progress is bigger, more. Number 3, defensiveness and fear of open conflict. Number 4, paternalism and power hoarding. Number 5, individualism, I'm the only one, and right to comfort. And number 6, worship of the written word and only one right way. When putting this together, I wanted to group topics that felt the most connected, then put in an order that feels most natural. However, all of these things are deeply interconnected, so every aspect ties into every other aspect in some way, shape, or form. I want to grow our understanding, build the bigger picture of how these cogs work together in the empirical machine. I start here unpacking the characteristics of supremacy culture because it is foundational to all other work that we do. As we go into our communities, we must be aware of ourselves. As we engage in online advocacy, we must be aware of ourselves. Every step we take together beyond this point is with the intention of building up a new world as the old world of empires fall. We begin with awareness, we begin with mutual accountability, and we begin with the commitment to do what we can to learn and grow every day. Recommended for throughout the unit, downloading and reading the PDF about the characteristics of white supremacy culture. Notice how it's speaking largely about how supremacy culture shows up in movements, the awareness and value we need to take into said movements. And watching Shaheem's playlist on TikTok, Is It White Supremacy? This is where I started my learning, so it feels like if you see my jumping off point, it will help you follow what I'm talking about. And I will see you in a couple of weeks. Postscript. This essay has been modified from its first posted version. To read the original of this essay and eventually subsequent essays, please refer to the linked Crypt Drive folder on the blog post. Consider the original formats, the articles before peer review.